we're also seeing these dramatic statistics when it comes to loneliness, depression, people saying, I can't make friends, I have no friends. What are you seeing in your practice? What are people writing into you? Are they saying, I'm able to make friends, I have no friends? What are you seeing?
I think that a lot of people find it really difficult to make friends, especially at midlife or later in life, because they
Mm.
feel like those connections would have been made earlier, but that's just absolutely not true. And those connections make us sturdier as people. So I think that what people feel is, oh, everybody else has friends and I don't, or they have the kinds of
Yeah.
friendships that I want and I don't. And so they don't initiate, they don't reach out. And that just, the problem then just gets perpetuated. And so it's really interesting when I see people in my practice and I say to them, why don't you reach out to one person this week? Just start small like that. And then they go and they reach out to one person and they say, I can't believe this, but I reached out to this person and she asked me to lunch and we went and had lunch. And I felt so much better, not just during the lunch, but for the rest of the week, because it has that lasting effect on us.
What are you seeing in your practice compared to a year ago or 2 years ago? What are people coming in and talking about that surprises you, that can tell you this is what people are dealing with on a global scale or a national scale?
I think that the pandemic made people look at the quality of their relationships. So, not just what they are, but are they nourishing? And people began to prioritize, is this a relationship that feeds me, or is this a relationship that leaves me feeling like I'm exhausted? I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting depleted by this relationship. And so people have made choices. And I think they've been very good choices about where am I going to spend my time and energy? Who am I going to focus on? And have I neglected some of these relationships that are actually very important to me, but I didn't have time before? And I realized during the pandemic that I was able to reach out more because we were stuck at home and we were able to FaceTime and talk on the phone. And we deepened those friendships. And those friendships have continued now past that time. And they realized that they were really important and they weren't really kind of, like watering the plants. They weren't really sort of watering those friendships. And now they are.
Marisa, are you seeing friendships develop across generations? Do you see people mixing up friendships in real life friendships versus kind of on the internet friendships? And what is the difference between them?
Yeah, I see some limitations. We tend to form connections with people most similar to us, whether that be age, gender, race, right? And that we really miss out on things. There's this term called disregard criteria, which is this idea that when we see people, we often make snap judgments about whether they connect to us. So if someone's not of my generation, they might fulfill my disregard criteria. I'm not even considering them as a friend, even if we did take a moment to actually be open to connecting with each other, we can both get a lot out of it and feel really enriched.